Good morning. Welcome to fifth lecture of Unit 2. Today we are going to discuss about carrier generation and recombination and drift and diffusion mechanisms in a semiconductor. So carrier generation and recombination says that when sufficient energy is given to the semiconducting material, covalent bonds are broken and a pair of electron and hole is generated. So generation is nothing but carrier generation. So the electrons are raised from valency band to the conduction band. Holes remain in the valency band. The process of generation can occur only when the energy given to the semiconducting material is greater than its forbidden energy gap. Recombination is the process where an electron from the conduction band recombines with a hole in the valency band. This is called band-to-band recombination, and in the process a photon is released. So this is the definition about carrier generation and recombination. So in the case of semiconductor, whenever a covalent bond is broken, a pair of charge carriers are generated. One hole in the valency band and similarly one electron in the conduction band. That's why in all the earlier expressions that we have derived, a component of 2 will be there in the expression. So the next topic for today's class is conduction in semiconductors. So conduction in semiconductors is carried out by means of two mechanisms. The first one is called as diffusion process and second one is called as drift process. So first we are going to discuss about diffusion. So diffusion is nothing but it's a natural phenomena without any application of external electric field. So in semiconductors, current can flow without the application of external electric field. The charge carriers, electrons and holes diffuse from regions of high concentration to regions of low concentrations until the charge carriers are evenly distributed in the material. So when you see this, so suppose if I take this as a p-type semiconductor, where holes are the majority charge carriers, and if we take an n-type where the electrons are the majority charge carriers, if I combine p-type and n-type material, so electrons from n-type will diffuse to p-type. Similarly, the holes which are the majority charge carriers in p-type will gradually move from higher concentration region of this p-type to lower concentration region of n-type. So this is a natural process. We are not applying any external force. This can be understood with the famous analogy like when an ink is dropped in a glass tumbler of water, initially the ink drop is concentrated at one particular point. But later on, the ink will be uniformly distributed over the entire glass of water without even stirring the glass. So that process is known as diffusion. So I'll repeat again, diffusion is nothing but flow of charge carriers from higher concentration region to lower concentration region. So this motion of charge carriers produce a current component known as diffusion current. So in the later on we are going to derive the expressions for this diffusion currents, but before that we are just explaining the process. And the next process is called as drift process. So drift process means, suppose if this is a piece of semiconductor, when we apply an external potential difference, V is the external potential difference applied to this semiconductor. So earlier case we didn't apply any external force, but here we are applying the external potential. Electrons move from external circuit and in conduction band of a semiconductor. Holes move in valency band of a semiconductor. So why we are applying this drift means under thermal equilibrium conditions, the electrons and holes are uniformly distributed in a crystal, and when no external electric field is applied, current does not flow in the crystal. So diffusion current is only a time being process. Once the electrons from higher concentration of n-type move to the p-type, until the uniform distribution is there. Furthermore, there will be no current due to the diffusion process. So if you want to get any current from that external circuit, we need to apply the drift mechanism. So drift current is nothing but when an electric field E is applied to a semiconductor, the charge carriers, electrons and holes start to move and produce drift current. So the electrons drifting in the conduction band produce a current component Je given by Je drift, means the current density due to the electrons through the drift mechanism is equal to Ne mu E into E. So n is the number of electrons, E is the charge of the electron, mu E is the mobility of the electrons, where capital E is the external electric field that we are applying to a semiconductor. So since in a semiconductor, both holes and electrons will act as charge carriers, now we are going to go for hole drifting. So the hole drifting in the valency band causes a current component JH given by JH drift is equal to PE into mu H into E. So P is the number of holes in valency band, E is the charge of the hole, mu H is the mobility of the holes, and capital E is the external electric field. So now when we combine, so in a semiconductor, both diffusion and drift mechanisms together will contribute for the current across the semiconductor. Now we are going to combine the drift mechanisms and diffusion mechanisms to calculate the conduction across the semiconductor. So the current component due to electron diffusion is given by JE drift is equal to E dE into dN by dx. So E is the charge of the electron, D is the diffusion coefficient, dN by dx is the charge distributions of electrons over an x of the element. Similarly, the current component due to hole diffusion is given by JH drift is equal to minus E into DH into dP by dx. So minus sign indicates that the hole and the electron current are equal and opposite to each other. So dE and dH are the diffusion coefficients for electrons and holes respectively. So drift and diffusions are present in a material. So the total current density due to drift and diffusion of electrons is given by JE is equal to JE drift plus JE diffusion. So if we combine the equations, NE nu V is equal to E dE into dN by dx. Similarly, the total current density due to drift and diffusion of holes is given by JH is equal to the total contribution of the current, total current due to the holes is equal to the drift current of holes plus diffusion current of the holes. So PE mu H into E minus E into DH dP by dx. So in this class, we have learned about generation and recombination of charge carriers, current mechanisms in semiconductor. So there are two types of current mechanisms. One is diffusion process and another one is drift process. So in a semiconductor, both diffusion and drift mechanisms will lead to the total current across the semiconductor. Thank you.